Myself, Mitchell, Terry, and Steven all took at least 2 semesters of Java with Miss Henderson. So we have a basic programming background. Madison actually came up with the idea of the game in physics when we were talking about physics engines on the computers.
Seine Guillotine, a volunteer software development group made up of KSD students, has spent the last year coordinating and creating their first project together. Each with their own expertise, the group as a whole relies on online resources, their gaming experience, and knowledge of computer technology to design and program their game.
I said, hey, I know a guy who could do that, and we just put everybody together, and we needed a common direction to go, and we needed a kind of unifying force. And I just said, hey, if it's all right with you guys, do you mind if I just act as project manager? And they're all like, sure.
I'm the lead designer for the game. I come up with the stats for the characters, the units, how much damage they deal in battle, and how much damage they can take, and everything concerning that. The RPS factor is the system we came up with. We wanted a certain type of unit to be able to do lots of damage to other types of units, but at the same time be vulnerable to a different type of unit.
I'm the team's 2D concept artist. During meetings, we'll make it clear what that week or that 2 weeks we need to improve on, or what we want to be done before the next meeting. And visually, I need to come up with what the new things in the game need to look like.
I come in, I design the levels, I create the fiction behind the levels, I create the fiction behind the units. Pretty much anything that can possibly be involved in the game, I have to make up why it's there. And then pretty much create the land it walks on or flies over. I have to design what's in it, plus where the units start at and how many units there are.
About 2 years ago, I was invited to attend a seminar in Oregon on GameMaker, which is a software program that allows students to create games. And it was an opportunity for me to realize that of all the things I do in the classroom, and I teach a number of things, that computer games are at the heart of their interests. And the process of creating a computer game is one that demonstrates not only their amazing critical thinking skills, but also their creative skills. And when I brought that back into the classroom, the students really embraced it as a fantastic way to learn. And it was, just one day, I remember them talking with one another, and I got somewhat frustrated as a teacher that, hey, you've got work to do, get back to your chair. And one time I got kind of stern, and they said, well, you don't understand. We've developed a team, and we're creating a game outside of class, and there's things we really need to talk about because this is important to us. I mean, here we are about a year later, and they're still working on this, and it's very impressive.
I'm the 2D artist in the game. I make all the characters. Later I'll be making all the objects like boxes, some buildings, cars, just extraneous stuff around the map. This is what I have so far. I just have a rifleman and a rocket launcher guy. And I took a picture of an actual person and kind of outlined him in paint. And then, got rid of all the colors so it's just a black outline. And then I made it really small. And then I outlined it one more time, and then I got the body.
Terry decided to do a little work on XNA Game Studio, which is a Microsoft product that's fairly new. And he started using that to accomplish this game that they were going to create. So they transferred their game maker knowledge into something much more sophisticated.
I really like it because it's a real programming environment. It's not they don't do everything for you like a lot of the other programs that you find for like aspiring game developers do. They do cover some of the important stuff, but it's not like carrying you through it. It's more like a safety net. The guys came along, one day in a Java class, and they wanted me to, be their programmer for this game, and I figured that'd be a good opportunity to gain experience. And then if it actually got good, we'd have something to showcase for the future.
And I've tried to do it on my own, but I could never learn how to do anything, and it was really difficult on my own. And so when 5 more people came in perspective, it's really a lot easier than having to focus on just one thing.
We started the project with several specific goals in mind where it was going to take us. One of those was specifically to learn some of these skills, how to work in a digital environment, how to work remotely, how to communicate remotely. The other goal was to create a program that we could showcase our skills with. So we're hoping that we can come out with a product that I can show on, for instance, my culminating project, or that I can take to college to a lesser extent, to a greater extent. Hopefully when I graduate college with a computer science degree, I can show to a digital, programming company as this is something that I've made. I can do a project and you should hire me because I actually have some experience.